Hello everyone, Tina here. Welcome to Card Making Fundamentals and welcome to the In the Moment classroom. Today we are going to create with lesson kit number 3. I'm so glad you're here and we are going to jump in and we're going to need a few supplies for today's card. Today we're going to need some scissors and we're also going to need some glue, tape runner, and I think that's about it. So these 3 items for today's project. We're going to set these aside and open up our lesson kit and jump right in with this card. No stamping today. I think we only stamped with, only stamping we're going to do is with lesson kit number 2. So I wanted to do something that was inspirational. So I thought Be Brave would be really nice. We're kind of going to separate everything. We don't have an embellished bag with this card, but we do have some stickers, and we have a piece of white cardstock. We have some striped. We have a couple circles. We're going to start by taking our Brave. If you have any pieces in there, you want to punch them out. Very easy to punch out. I don't think they're stuck. Sorry about that. And then we have some outline pieces. We're going to take our glue and attach our Brave to our outline, our black Brave to our outline. And I'm going to use my tweezers to pick this up. And I'm going to adhere our Brave in the center of our shadow. And that's good to go. And then we're going to flip over our B. And we'll add that to the shadow as well. You don't have to use tweezers. You could use your hand or your tape runner even if you wanted to. Sometimes tweezers are just nicer. I have some paper overhanging. I just tore it off. So our Be Brave is done. Okay, now we have this strip of white cardstock. We're going to take our scissors, our old school scissors, and like we did with lesson number 1, we're going to use this edge as a guide over here, and then the edge of our scissors over here as a guide. You're going to line them up. You can see it's kind of lined up. And last time they locked on me because I think I cut too far. I'm going to line it up and cut about 1 inch and then stop and then open them up and just continue the pattern. This time it's about 3/4. See, it locked up on me. And then we'll just repeat it until we go all the way. You might need to pull down that bottom piece. It's pretty heavy cardstock. Use this as a guide again. That way you kind of get it even and you don't get it crooked. And then when you get to the end, you can snip off. And that one's pretty damaged. I don't think I can reuse that, but we'll use this side. So that's a little bit crooked, you could see, but not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and flip over my striped paper, and we're going to add adhesive behind the back. It's going to be on the left side, and then we're going to add that zigzag border along the edge. And I do have a little bit overhanging, so I'm going to trim off the excess. And then that panel is good. I'm going to take my vertical striped panel Well, if you hold it like that, it's horizontal, but we're going to fishtail the end here. And everybody fishtails different. I go from right to left or left to right. Some people put a slit down the middle and then cut that way. You just do whatever you're comfortable with. And so as long as you have a fishtail banner, that's good to go. Okay, now that that's done, we have this little circle, and we have a circle that will go perfectly on the inside. Use your tape runner and adhere your teal colored circle inside your scallop. Kind of want to make sure it's centered. And then that is good to go. Next, you're going to need to open up your package of pockets. And we're going to use a white one for our card today. So take one of the white ones out. And then we're also in your, there are some little inserts. A lot of cute inserts. You could actually stamp a sentiment in there if you wanted to. But I'm going to use the one that looks like a file. We're going to take that. Okay, and set that aside. To create your pocket, it's very easy. You want to fold it. Hold it to where your tape is facing you. Okay, you got some adhesive here and an adhesive here. Fold up and over. We're going to just basically reinforce those score lines. Okay. Kind of. Oops. And then I'm going to go over it with my hand, kind of soften the edges, because the perforated edges are kind of harsh. So if you go over it with your hand to kind of soften it, it'll smooth them out a little bit. So we have the bottom folded up, the side folded in, and then I'm going to take my craft pick, and then we're going to remove the release paper. Open them back up, guys, and then remove the release paper off of that double-sided tape. Okay, and then fold over your flap here with the arch. Fold it on the inside. Fold up that bottom edge and fold over the right side. So it looks like this. And when you flip it over, soften those edges again. You have a little pocket. Pretty cool, huh? And sometimes these pieces like to obstruct if they're on the inside. It's nice that they're on the outside because you can add your little sentiment. Okay? If you want to trim down your sentiment, you can, but I like it kind of overhanging a bit, so I'm going to leave it overhanging. I'm going to take one of my paper clips. Take one of those paper clips out. Close this back up. Cute little, I still like this little holder. And then we're going to take this paper clip and we're going to attach it to, I'm putting the small one on this side. I'm going to attach it and I like a little bit of it overhanging. You can see here, I don't like pushing it all the way to the paper. I'm just going to add it on the right side of my little file tab. Okay, and then we're going to take our circle, flip it around, we're going to add adhesive behind it, and then this is going to go in the center of our pocket. Now once we have this done, we're going to take our panel, and then I want the panel to be about 1/4 inch from the right side, and so this is going to have about 1/2 of an inch. Don't adhere it just yet. What we're going to do is take our washi tape. I'm going to open it up. And then I'm going to cut off a piece here. Sometimes it's easier without the bottom of the roll. I want it to go just below the zigzag edge. So I think this is going to work out just right here. About 1/4 of an inch from the left side of your card base. And if you have excess overhanging, you can trim it off with your scissors here. Just make sure it's straight. Okay. So actually I need to open that up and trim that off a little bit better. Okay. Now that we have our washi tape adhered, we have our stripe panel. This is going to go on our card base. So I'm going to open it, flip it around, and we're going to add adhesive behind here. And then this is going to go on our card base. So we have the zigzag and then we have the scalloped edge. We kind of have a double layer. I kind of like the way that looks. And if you have a little bit overhanging, you want to trim that off. It looks like it matches up pretty good. Now after we have that adhered, we're going to take our fishtail banner and add some adhesive behind here. Then this is going to go at the very top and about 1/2 of an inch from the right side. We're going to adhere that. When I add adhesive, I let the bottom without adhesive, just so we can flip it up. Although it's going to flatten a little bit, but at least it can give the illusion that it's just tacked there. Okay, after we have that done, we have a sticker that says "You've got this." We're going to take that sticker, remove it from the backing, and then we're going to adhere this basically over this teal colored stripe. Now if you have your yellow on the bottom, you want to cover up your pink, but we're going to cover this up with our sticker. And I'm lining it up edge to the edge. We may have to take a little bit off with our scissors. Let's see what this does. A little bit off the, maybe a little bit off the left and a little bit off the right. Not too much. You can see just a little sliver. We'll cover that up. It's basically about 1/2 of an inch up from the bottom. Okay, I think that looks good. I like that gold. Now after we have this done, we're going to take our little pocket. You guys can put a message on there in the middle if you want. If you want to slide in and out a little bit more smoother, you can always trim off the left edge a little bit, but I think it's going to be nice and stationary. Okay, we're going to flip this around, and I'm going to add some foam circles behind our pocket card. I think we just need to add a couple. After we remove the release paper, we're going to go ahead and adhere our little pocket card just over, kind of looks like a washing machine, just over our banner here. Okay, Now we gotta make it not look like a washing machine. So what we're gonna do is take our Be Brave, and we're gonna take these foam squares and we're gonna add it behind our Brave. These are really sticky. And then we'll add it one behind our bee. Here we go. We'll remove the release paper off of our Brave. This is going to go on the bottom of our washing machine, or on the bottom of our pocket. Maybe scoot it over a little bit more. Kind of covering up our Fishtail Banner, but that's okay. Let's go up a little higher. Okay. So we can see a little bit of our banner there. And then we'll remove the release paper off of our bee. And then this is going to go over. I want it overhanging to where the E's kind of line up. I think that's going to work out good. Okay. Now we have our butterfly, or this one you can keep for envelope seal. That's like an extra little bonus. In fact, I'll put that with our envelopes. We don't have, I don't know how to create a liner for these square ones yet, but it's nice because our envelopes this month are peel and stick, which is nice. You don't have to lick it. But we have some envelope seals. We have 3 envelope seals, but 4 envelopes. So if you put your butterfly in here, you have an extra seal. Okay, we're going to remove the release paper off of our little foam circle here. Kind of fluff up those butterfly wings. Acetate's nice because it kind of holds its shape. And then this is going to go at a diagonal right here in the corner. I think that looks nice. Okay, after we have that done, we have extra gems from lesson 1 and lesson 2. I'm going to break those out, and I'm going to take both the small ones and then also one of the large ones, and we're going to put that on our butterfly body. This one's going to have 1 large one and then 2 small ones. So we'll put those gems to good use, those extra gems. And then we add a little sparkle at the same time. So we have 1 big one left. You guys might have extra. If I have extra gems, I will throw them in the kit for you guys. Okay. Just put those back. And then that finishes lesson number 3 for today. No stamping, but a lot of layers. We have a little bit of an interaction card that you could write a message. And again, if you want it to slide in and out a little bit more smoothly, you can trim off one of the sides. But I think inspirational cards are nice. Especially these days, we need all the inspirational cards that we can get, right? But I thank you so much for joining me. I will see you next Friday. Next Friday for our final lesson, which will be on the 27th. So have a great weekend. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.